Hello and good morning, everybody. Everything's checking out. Yes, good. I have to make sure my wife's out of town, so I've got to make sure the levels are up. I forgot to turn the song on for the first minute of the countdown. You never know what's going to happen. But I do know that it's cloudy. I've seen a few peaks of the sun out there, but it is going to be breezy starting now and lasting through the weekend at least. So a lot of wind out there. It doesn't look overly strong. I don't foresee like widespread power outages or anything, but you never know what a limb might do or where it may fall. So that's what it looks like right now. If you're looking closely, you can actually see these low-level clouds moving from left to right across the screen. Moisture is it's coming into the area, but it's really moving northward into this system, and that's where the main severe threat is going to be through the weekend. So what we see right now, some storms popping over the hill country of Texas, some storms up there north of Broken Bow into east central Oklahoma. I was considering going up for a little day chase up there. I might still. I don't know. I'd rather be lazy, I think. I want to see pretty clouds, though, so we'll just have to see what happens. You never know what's going to happen with old Nick here. But since there's nothing going on locally today, I have that option. 70 to 75 degrees right now, dew points in the upper 60s, so it is nice and humid out there, and it looks like it's going to be mostly cloudy through the day. We'll see peaks of sun here and there, but highs going to make it up into the mid 80s regardless, because we are at that time of year where we start to get nice and toasty out there. Mid to upper 70s now. We're going to come up into the 80s. Here's your temperature track throughout the day, and it looks like we're going to stay warm tonight. Overnight lows around 70. Maybe we sneak into the upper 60s, but that's about as good as we can do. But here is your severe outlook, and I'll show you the setup here in just a second. But the best chance for severe weather is well to our north today. That's going to be up Omaha, Kansas City, Des Moines, those areas. Down to the south, it looks like some pretty nasty storms, isolated nasty storms, could form around Dallas, and that's kind of where I was targeting up around Texarkana. But again, I am really kind of waffling back and forth, and I don't know if I want to drive all that for like a marginal setup. So, that's my own issue to deal with. But here is that setup. And you see why it's more to the north. So we have this system that is centered up over Nebraska. So the center of it is quite north. You see the warm front lifting through Missouri, the cold front's out across Texas with the dry line there as well. So all the dynamics, all the energy up to the north, closer to that center of the system. And that's why we're not seeing anything just yet. Now you see the moisture coming in overhead. That moisture is going to continue to stream up. And as this finally kind of crashes this way on Monday, we will get some rain into the area. But here are your next few days on the severe chances. For tomorrow, looks like a pretty decent severe outbreak. Notice it kind of backs a little further west, though, actually. This is going to go from Dallas to the west toward Wichita Falls, up into Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and even the Great Lakes could see some severe weather. 'Tis the season for that. And then Sunday, that does inch closer. In fact, the marginal risk includes part of our area, so something to watch there. I still think chances are going to stay pretty low for any organized activity on Sunday in our area. And then Monday, they don't have a threat highlighted. I think there will be, though. I think we'll see a marginal risk tomorrow when that day 3 outlook comes out. So a few severe storms are possible, but really the main dynamics with this system are going to stay to our north. You see all these impressive spinny things going on off there. You see that one shooting out through the Great Lakes. We have another one that's going to do the same around Monday, but the tail end of this one, as that ridge kind of collapses, that's going to move in. It's going to allow for some thunderstorms to pop over our area. Again, wind shear, that's the thing we look at. We look at a couple of things. We look at directional shear to where, so you have a southeasterly wind at the surface and a southwesterly wind aloft. Okay, so that is going to be your turning, and that's important. But I'd say even more important for the actual storm development is speed shear. If you don't have that, if you don't have stronger winds aloft, what you're going to have is a storm that goes up as an updraft, and then it's not tilted, so it can't cycle like that up and down draft there. It's going to just go up, and then the downdraft crushes it. And that's why we see those storms in the summer. Kind of looks like a pebble was thrown into a pond on radar, because the updraft goes up, storm looks impressive, can bring some really heavy rainfall, but then it crashes quickly. And that's why those last typically 15 to 30 minutes, and then they'll move along on the outflow. For more sustained severe storms, you need that speed shear. And I think we're going to see enough on Monday to where we could see a severe storm or two, but it does not look like a ton of directional shear. It doesn't look like one of those setups that I'm worried about, but that's going to last from Monday into at least early Tuesday. And then through the rest of the forecast here, you see how we just kind of see some blips of rain showers and storms that pop up. It's going to stay pretty scattered, though I do think toward the end of the week, next week, we see a pretty good chance for some storms once again. Now, here is the rainfall total map. Notice we go from literally nothing, like down around Venice. I'd say it's a good time to go get a offshore charter, but those winds would argue against that. And then we kind of graduate those totals up to the north, and we get up above 3 inches there around Shreveport, 3 to 4 inches. Here in Alexandria, more like 1 to 2. Baton Rouge, New Orleans, maybe a tenth, quarter, half inch, something like that. And you know what I did? I actually went, and I these are the things that I wrestle with. I went from windy to breezy. So I think breezy is a little more friendly. A little friendlier there, yeah. So I think we're going to see gusts around 30 miles an hour, but I don't foresee this being something where we see, those gusts above 40 where we start to lose power, things like that. Monday, that's when our best chance for rain comes in, 80% chance for thunderstorms, 60% on Tuesday as things kind of move out. Then we get a little break. And then things are going to kind of ramp back up toward the end of the week. I think around Friday we see another round of storms. Here's your temperature outlook. You know what it's going to be. It's going to say above normal, and we're going to see those upper 80s, maybe 90s coming into the area. Low 90s, not like the crazy 90s where we're pushing 100. And then near normal precip. So that system I was talking about, like late next week into the weekend, that'll be enough to give us kind of what we should get for this time of year, which is good because we don't want to see flooding. We don't want to see 3 weeks with no rain around here. We got to balance it all out. And so far, so good for this year. Okay, I'll be live tomorrow, though we are doing that thing for the Region 6 STEM Center at 9 o'clock. So I am thinking, I don't know if I'll do it before or after. I'm kind of a lazy guy, so I might sleep in and do it after. Or you can come out and see us there. I think the registration's closing soon or has closed, though. But that's where we'll be tomorrow. We'll go live at some point and keep you posted on any active weather in the area. But that's it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And hold on, I see no stay home. Is that? Yeah, that's Mom. All right, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend.